Well, hello, and welcome to Stop Let's Team Up. It's me, Ross, and I'm here with Kirby, and we're going to talk about a Marvel 2-in-1. I picked it this time, and it is issue 51. Um, The Thing, guest starring The Beast, Ms. Marvel, Nick Fury, Agent of SHEILD, and Wonder Man. They did it this one time, and they never did it again, but it was kind of like an all-star game of the perfect people to team up with Ben and have the adventure is secondary to the conversations that go along in it. And I've always loved this one, so I picked this one. Kirby, what's your take on this one?
Okay, so this is one where I'm like, man, why did this have to be a 17 pager? Because my only issues is that there's not enough of what I want out of it, where it's like, I want more Ben and Beast. I want more Ben and Wonder Man. Like, come on, I want more. I want more. And
Yeah,
this is also probably the only time Ross you're ever going to get me to talk Frank Miller. So let's make the
yeah.
most out of
Well, I
it.
know we're gonna have a conversation about Frank in this, and it's be fine. It's just because I kind of agree with Kirby when it comes to Mr. Miller. But let's talk about this cover. It's George Perez and Joe Sinnott, and it's really as a little kid, I traced this thing over and over and over again.
I mean, I
Uh,
can see why. Everyone's in a good pose. It's again, it's George Perez, so everyone looks perfect. My
that
only
is what
qu
when I look at that beast, that is when I see the beast in my head.
exactly.
It's George's. I'm finishing up the Serpent Crown affair. I'm on the last Englehart issue of Avengers in my reread. Um, and it's got some beautiful Perez bouncing beast earning his spot in the Avengers. But yeah, I
Uh,
love this one. It's got Wonder Man yelling Avengers assemble and Ben yelling clobber in time. Um,
I have one question. Why do you
mhm.
think they just didn't call this like the Avengers and like Nick Fury, Agent of Shield? Like they really just kind of put a bunch of logos on. And I'm wondering,
Well,
like,
they put like the three people that are, well, is Wonder Man in the lineup? Yeah, because maybe this is after Falcon's gone.
yeah.
Or
So right
or
at the same time in the same month, it's Avengers 183 with Michelini and Byrne. And on the cover of that one, it's Vision, Ms. Marvel, Iron Man, Hawkeye, and the Beast. So, I'm going to trust your memory more
oh,
on
that's
Avengers
right about the
continuity.
time it's changing. This is where Hawkeye's leaving.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's kind of scattered up. And because remember, they said it, the Falcon leaves once he doesn't have to be there anymore,
Yep.
and Wonder Man steps in and fills that position.
Yep.
So this is why the Wonder Man he just comes and fills holes when people are on other things to keep them in the book. So yeah, no, I knew exactly where this was when I saw this cover. I mean, it was God, it's a really good era of Avengers.
Hmm.
I think the Michelini era there's some he did great little stories, like two issue ones.
Yep. Like, here's where we get like the yesterday quest with him and
Yeah,
Byrne. So there is some really good stuff here. And it's
there
like
is.
it's leagues better than some of the Avengers that's about to come shortly after this. So
Oh, don't let anybody write it. And anyway, it's just really, I'm not, my, I've got a couple of epics like to get through before I get to that, but I know it's coming and I've not reread it. But this is kind of like a golden era, this, and to put him with, to put these four in here and the use, and this becomes a trope. This specific illegal card game that takes place either in the Avengers Mansion or the Baxter Building. And the DA is in the game, the first game, so it's crooked. You
yeah.
know that to make this thing legitimate, we're not going to go to jail. The DA was there. It couldn't have been illegal if the DA was there. And I
God.
have never heard of that character, so it must have been something. Who wrote? Let's get the. What's the? Oh my
Uh,
God.
It's clobbering time!
the print and data. Okay, so before I come back with a question for you,
Okay.
we have writer Peter Gillis, penciler Frank Miller, inker Bob McLeod, letterer Tom Orzechowski, colorist Lennis Ween, and we have our editor Roger Stern. Our editor in chief is Jim Shooter. We have a cover date of May 1979 and an on sale date of January 30th, 1979. And like we already said, our cover credits are George and Joe.
Synopsis: Full House, Dragons High. The Thing joins Nick Fury, Ms. Marvel, the Beast, Wonder Man, and District Attorney Tower for a late night poker game at the Avengers Mansion. The high stakes game is abruptly interrupted by news of an assault on the SHEILD helicarrier by Rogue General Pollock and his private army. The heroes deploy the Fantastic Car to confront Pollock, but who has hijacked the powerful Sky Dragon weapon and seeks the ultimate annihilator. A massive battle ensues on the helicarrier as the team work to thwart Pollock's dangerous plan. After successfully capturing the general and securing the helicarrier, the exhausted heroines return to the mansion where they collectively opt for sleepover, finishing their poker hand.
It's clobbering time!
So what's your question?
Okay, I figured you were going to be able to tell me. Oh yeah, D.A. Tower. He was a recurring Iron Man character. Blah blah blah.
Was he an Iron Man character? I don't know. I do not remember. Hey, that's why I got like there's this thing on this seller on eBay that I guess in bulk, but I got the first three Iron Man Silver Age for like $90.
That's good.
So I want to read that, and it's the next volume is when I kind of started, and I don't know. I'm assuming he wasn't. I don't see making a character. We're not even. We should get to that when we get to that set. He's like on the third page.
Yeah.
It's like let's do some Google while we're going. But let's start about. I mean, because we'll start with the splash page. But oh wait a minute. Let me plug in the synopsis here. But here, let's have a synopsis real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, let's get started with we'll do the Frank Miller that's in the room, Kirby and I both have strong feelings about Mr. Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his art, and I'm really not a fan of his writing, especially his writing. But here at least he's still kind of being controlled and doing more of a house style. So it's at least like, okay, I'm not having to like groan and grit my teeth through it. So
Yeah, and I don't
take
think
that for
he's
what's
gotten
worth.
to that. And if you look at what else he's done, his Daredevil and stuff. Most of his stuff looks like this. It's closer to this than it gets later when he leaves and comes back a bit. But he has different inkers. It was this one, and I was talking about what I thought was a Marvel Team Up annual. It wasn't. It was Marvel Team Up 100, which it's him, the FF, and the introduction of Karma before New Mutants comes out, and it's him and Terry Austin, and it is really fucking good. I think he needs an inker. I think he needs. I don't. I've Dark Knight that one when he's doing that art in that one book, the first one only. It's
Hmm.
perfect. It's the perfect art for that story.
Yes.
But a lot of the other stuff, Sin City, I didn't really like.
Nope.
The best thing I've seen him in is in the Rorschach Tom King limited series where he's the conspiracy pirate comic book writing conspiracy theorist, and he's in it, and you see him. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It's like he said, yeah, go ahead, do it. It's really funny. So I understand why people like him. There's another thing of his I like. I like Ronin.
I kind of want to read that.
It's really it's high-end science fiction, very Japanese. It's good. It's good. But it's art that fits the piece.
Sure. And
I'm getting the absolute. I've decided and I bit the bullet and pre-ordered it because Ken found one at Ollie's, this big version of it, but it's the original art paper scan. It's the original art scanned.
nice.
Yeah, so it was cool. It's huge though. You could kill a human being with it. But yeah, I'm not. I think Miller. This is early in his career, and he really did pop up on the scene. That was like, oh, he's doing Daredevil. Oh, he did some because it was covers. I mean, what got people thinking was some of the covers he did, and he did some really iconic covers in this one little era.
I mean,
But
he did ROM 1, so
that's a really great cover.
it is. It like again, it's one of those like, dang it, don't make me give you praise. Just let me hate you universally.
He has one where it's like it's a one where Spidey teams up with Power Man, Iron Fist, and Daredevil, and he did the cover to that.
Okay, yeah, I think I have that
That's a
issue.
great cover too.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to have seen him draw those brightly colored because when he did Daredevil, he just realized that it needed to be darker, more like Batman and less like Spider-Man.
Yep. Because I
Um,
think Daredevil was on the verge of cancellation because it's
oh, it's
like,
pretty rough. There's the stuff that I started with was the him and Black Widow. It was really rough, and it's night and day. That 2 or 3 year chunk is still probably the best Daredevil.
it,
I mean, for me, it is because a lot of it's just repeated
I was gonna
stuff.
say, yeah, it's where
Yeah, I mean,
everyone
because
steals
Karen
from.
Page comes back and dies, and that just they all. I like the Kevin Smith stuff because it was a little more fun. I
Mm-hmm.
wish I had read the Wade Samey because that was more be like what the Daredevil I read
Mm-hmm.
early on. So, but Miller's art in this. I think Miller's art in this, especially Bob McLeod's inks on it, because he lightens it, gives it a nice softer touch,
Yep.
but it's still Miller's proportions and stuff like that. And it's very Jack.
I,
He
I
really does Joe the thing like Jack.
he does. I can still see like how his art will devolve into, but again, like McLeod is doing a lot of like heavy lifting to kind of like even it all out. So
Yeah, it's very polished. I like
yes.
Bob McLeod. He does but he's like Sam Granger. He tight, or David Hunt, who are these guys that just it's them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just all they do is tidy it up. They just give it a final pass and get rid of the unnecessary stuff. And it's like there's a little cockrum in their faces and stuff, especially Ms. Marvel.
Okay, now that you say that, I can see that.
It's hard. It's that people, everybody ripping. No, that Cockrum did design that costume. I forgot that. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a Cockrum did some Ms. Marvel, but yeah, but it's fair. It's just, and you don't know it's a poker game because you see him getting in the electric eye,
Yeah.
and you think it's some big mission, and then you know, it's an illicit card game.
I've never had a poker night. Have you?
No, I don't gamble.
Yeah.
I would be terrible at gambling. I will
Yeah.
bet on
Yeah, I don't know, but there's times where it's like, oh yeah, like MASH always made it look fun. Next Gen always kind of made it look fun.
Well, yeah, I
Even though
guess you
with
go. It's just like playing. You've gone to friend's house and
oh
played
yeah,
board game. It's basically the same thing.
yeah.
I mean, but everybody's playing. Yeah, it's not. It's just playing a game. I don't know if they're playing for real money. What do superheroes do for a living?
I mean that. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Simon's a washed up actor. I don't know Ms. Marvel.
A failed game.
Beast is question
Oh no, he's
mark.
not an actor yet. He's
Oh,
not
he's
an
not even
actor.
an actor yet. Okay,
No,
so
he's just a dude that used to have a company that became
oh
a bad guy, and then
right.
and
Okay,
then
yep.
and was dead for a long, long time.
True. So yeah, he has no verifiable income.
Oh
Uh
my.
yeah, so this is at best probably a penny nickel dime game. Maybe some quarters.
Yeah. Well, back then, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but I like this. It's all character stuff, like you said, and there's some great comedy moments. Um, and I like the interaction with Ben and Wonder Man.
Yes, where it's like I was assuming a lot of this because this is the first two-in-one I've done on this show, which is
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't care if he's Linda Carter. Nobody plays poker and odd games with cheetahs on. Take him off. Like this, Grim. Well, maybe in your case, because
yeah. I'm not a big fan of the safari suit.
it's still his best costume, though.
I
I
don't
don't
mind
know.
it. I don't mind the tank top with the W on his chest.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
I'm trying to think. When he had his own book, it was okay.
yeah.
Wasn't great. Not the yellow and green, but
No, it's like God, George Perez. You were one of the legendary drawers of our time. You made some awful costume designs, though.
oh yeah, but see, Milgram's is way worse than George.
Yeah,
And I like that in the show, the TV show Wonder Man, there's somebody in that costume. Like that's just fucked up.
yeah.
But I like this because it's just, we're seeing it, and then it's like in an action movie. You cut away from the heroes doing their stuff to the bad guys breaking in and taking. They take over a shield depot relatively easy.
They sure do. And
It's really the gas the guards. Wait a minute. There's no nothing, no precautions at all.
eh, okay, one thing I was thinking, like, if this was written by Larry Hama, I would swear this was going to be a backdoor pilot for his G.I. Joe run because that's what it really felt like.
Oh my God. I they take it over in what, like less than 2 pages.
Yeah, and again, that's where like this issue does have some things where it's limited by the page count run,
Yeah.
and I think this is kind of one of those spots where it's
Yeah.
like, because we don't even know who these guys are, which like that's fine. There's the little bit of mystery to it, but wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can think we get to it because there's a 2 page spread and we get to I'll mention it, which is basically going them inserting it's like in that Dead Man Steranko effect here.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're like going, okay, you're doing an Agent of Shield, so you're gonna do that Agent of Shield 2 page thing where
Yep.
you're fighting over the skies. I like it. When we get back to the poker game, I love this single panel.
Sp-
It's a cutaway. I don't know what to describe the.
Everyone is having their dialogue. Like the panels are like broken up as like cards is essentially
Yeah.
what it is, and it's like this is a real fun bit where I love Ms. Marvel's thing of I don't have anything here, but these three aces and these two pair of queens.
Well, I mean, but you can see it from above, like they're lit, like
Hmm.
over the table, and it's got that seep that little spotty. They put a piece of film down
Yeah.
with this thing on it, and then cut out where the characters are. And I think it's just a really nice touch. It's really intimate. But you get everybody's little beat, and then all their pagers go off.
Yep. And again, just back at the shield base, it's orange alert, red alert, and it's like I don't think the orange was necessary, guys. You kind of needed that red alert right away.
Yeah, uh, they're just moving the forward. Nothing's stopping them. It's I do like these little door devices.
That was a cool little thing where like basically they put them on each door and it like just magnetically rips them apart.
I
It
thought
is
that
really
was
neat.
yeah. I see. That's why I think it's like one of those movies where you're like, the Ocean's 11 or any heist movie where you're seeing things put in order. Like what it's very much like a Guy Ritchie movie. The Gentleman's like this. It starts and you see something, and then at the end you're seeing how it gets to that moment.
Yep,
Um,
because
but it's
like
really good. I think the pace. Didn't I'd forgotten that I just assumed someone else wrote this. I couldn't remember who did, but I didn't think it was Peter Gillis.
yeah, and I did some research. It's like I've read stuff by him, but unfortunately he just kind of doesn't leap out at me as a writer.
No, he did a lot of the background writing and the history writing. I think like Sanderson and stuff, some of that stuff. And
Okay.
and I think most of the stuff I read of his are he's good. This is a really good comic. It's
Hmm.
fun. It's just there's no big there's it's just about these characters having conversations while they're fighting these bad guys.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
like yeah, because like again, not every issue needs to be a world-ending event. This is basic. Like, I honestly kind of would have been fine if this issue was just 17 pages of them in Avengers Mansion doing the poker game. Uh, Especially like this bit with Ben and Jarvis, like two characters who
okay.
could not be more different. Just
But
because
you
you've got more reserve players than the NFL, don't mean you can ring him in on a poker game too. Ain't nothing sacred. If I've offended you, Master Grimm, I'm deeply sorry. I merely thought, a woman! You brung a woman in, and she does the worst possible thing a woman can do in poker. She wins! And then there's this bit where it's like, I haven't seen like card playing this good since I was in the RAF during the war, and it's like, wait, Ben,
how old is he?
yeah, how old is he? And is Ben still a World War II vet at this point? Because how old does that make Ben?
Well, no, it could be Korean. They could both be Korean vets.
At this point, that would make a little more
Jarvis, yeah,
sense.
my father was a Korean vet, yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be, yeah, that would be right. Because they fought in the Korean War too.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. So it's like, yeah, because if like they're all still World War II vets, it's like, uh,
No,
yeah, that's
no,
creepy. Yeah, Ben's
that's
about to
not
go
what.
on Social Security then.
Yeah, I do like that Ben is very cartoony when he's saying that very horribly sexist
Oh
shit.
yeah. Yes, no, it's like he's in the wrong on that, but it's like it knows it's wrong. He's wrong. It's not.
I don't know, but but I think Miller's art is really good for this book for this because the action stuff's got is it's very Ditko-esque. Some of the guys running and fall, some of the act with all the soldiers.
I, I definitely can see that. I mean, I think even some of the SHEILD agents on the helicarrier, I can see like even Nick Fury's face looks more, does not look like a Jack Riff. It looks more like a Ditko
Yeah.
expression.
Well, that's kind of cool because we're getting to they all hop in the Fantastic car. It's Ben's driving. I
Yeah.
wonder if they've been drinking at the
Oh,
poker game.
that would have been hilarious. I don't know if they could have gotten away with that under the comic scope, but it would have been awesome if like they're all just smashed.
Beast gets sick in the back of the back gets sick in the back of the Fantastic car.
You got to clean that up.
And I do like the way he draws the Fantastic car. That
It,
it's kind of squatter.
yep, and it looks good. Uh, again, there's a panel of Ben's face where he's like piloting it, where it's like, okay, that's kind of more the Frank Miller of like the lighting that I would see him later do.
Yeah, yeah, where everything's like the shadow is actually just very solid straight lines and
Yep.
blocks. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's
Okay, so I
I
have
do
one
like
quick.
his helicarrier though. I think
Yeah, so that was actually my question. I'm sure I've asked you before. It's like, did they ever explain how the helicarrier is like powered? Because it's like if that's gasoline, that's killing the entire nation for one day.
yeah, none of it makes any sense. It really
No.
does. That's the reason we don't have flying aircraft carriers because you can't. It's a lot of weight. It's
Yeah.
a lot of weight. You're not, yeah, it's not feasible. I don't care how big the fans are. Like
No.
in the Avengers movie, it's like, I'm sorry, if it's taking four to hold it up, you take one of it out, it's a rock.
Yep.
So, because it's even like, people go, what about, your space capsules parachute? So why they have a parachute? Because they're basically just a rock
Yeah.
slinging down. But we get to this double page spread, and I love this. And
G.I.
it's
Joe
one
is
of my
here.
it is the piece not even giving a crap.
No.
I'm in the middle of the air and I'm just gonna bounce off people with pet jetpacks.
And like I love Ben is like, you blasted idiots, you'll ruin the gyros on this crate. And the bit on the next page with Beast is some of my favorite sort of Beast lines. Like if you ever watch like X-Men 97, you can hear that guy doing Beast reading all of this dialogue where it's like, when the X-Men ran off and joined the circus, I miss out on most of the fun. Maybe this is my chance. But the circus is dying, they say, a gaudy relic of a bygone day. Perhaps it is just as well. The aerialist is an anachronism, the high wire, just another childhood dream, to which we must say bye bye. Just so much fun.
Yeah, I miss this beast. I really do.
God.
But hey, there were some times in the X-Men where I've read one and gone, oh, Ben's voice or Hank's
Hmm.
voice. Thank God.
Yeah.
I actually, to be honest with you, Morrison got it,
Yep.
and so did Whedon. They're the last two I think got it, but they did so
Um,
much damage to him. It's like put him in the Avengers. Why you've broken him? Give him
you
back to
broke.
the Avengers.
Yeah, and like again on the X-Men 97, they get it right because it's like he's being all this flowery and intellectual, and it's just for his own entertainment. It's like if I have to smash people, I'm gonna at least reference like I don't know, Finnegan's Wake while I'm doing it.
Yeah, he is great. I do. This is people. By this point, his voice has been defined
Mm.
by Shooter, Conway, and Nikolai and Engelhart. Engelhart, because Engelhart created this beast.
Yep. And I
Um,
do want to read that run at some point.
it's got some. It's interesting. It's not. It's not. It's not the greatest comic, but there's some. Bill Graham draws an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some weird. It's the art is they're trying. It's very Marvel horror art a bit. It's very heavy, but it's okay. It's not many. I mean, it's 4 or 5 issues. I remember reading it as a kid and I liked it. I haven't read it in a long time, but if they ever do a Beast epic like kind of thing, I'll get that for
I
solo
would pick
stuff.
that up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you get most of his Avengers stuff. But I still don't understand why. I mean, because we're seeing they've got the Yellow Claws Sky Dragon, which at last was seen in Strange Tales 166.
How long ago was that?
That
For
was probably about 10 years at this point.
okay. Yeah, so when I saw it's like I still kind of don't know who the I'm just assuming this is all Nick Fury stuff that if I ever read it,
Yellow
it'll be
Claw
years from now.
was a Soviet Chinese Soviet villain from the 50s Captain America comics.
Oh geez.
And then he, they used him on and off in the 60s, and when they lost the rights to Fu Manchu, he became just all of a sudden he's changed. They don't even explain it. It's just like it's always been that way. And he's
Gotcha.
yellow, and he's always colored yellow. It's fucking terrible. But
Oh,
it was he was inserted into that's in the Steranko. I don't know if Steranko drew. I bet it's an issue with Steranko drew. That's a Steranko spaceship, fucking sky, and it's really okay. So like, if you've not read the Avengers were issue numbers between the 30s and 40s, where it's a lot of Chinese, Soviet bad guys. Um, and that's why Don Heck's drawn it, because it was very kind of, they thought his spy shit would work, I guess, for the
yeah.
art. But in the Nick Fury stuff, it was James Bond level shit, and then it was like, let's turn it up to 11, because the ships look like that. Nothing like that would be aerodynamic.
No.
It's mad scientist hidden in the sky. You just have to take science for granted, and it looks cool, but it becomes a trope. Everybody does that Steranko thing at some point in their career, especially guys that grew up on them. But it looks really good. I think Frank gets it, and I think McLeod polishes it, because Steranko's was always very polished. It's not. Everything's there for a reason. Um, I do like his Nick Fury. He's a horrible human being, but his Nick Fury is. So I like this fight. But I want to ask you something at the bottom, the next page, where we're seeing Wonder Man and Ben and Ms. Marvel fighting on the surface of the whichever. Are they on top? They're on top of the helicarrier.
Yeah, I think I'm on the helicarrier.
But that's Frank's doing a real Dave Cockrum or Carmine pose from Ms. Marvel.
He sure is.
It is. I don't know if that's McLeod going, I'm just going to put a little Dave in that, tidy that up. But
Yeah.
but I see this. I notice the Infantino influence on Frank's in a way. He's probably, you know what I mean?
Ooh, okay,
Because
that's
he'd be a
interesting.
kid with, I mean, when Carmine is just, can't do any wrong. I mean, I don't like some of the stories in those 60s, Batman and Robin and Batgirl. Those are kind of rough to read, but they're beautifully drawn. And so is the Flash in that era.
Adam Strange is gorgeous to look at. And
Yeah, and
yeah.
that one he's like going, I'm really a hard worker, but I'm gonna try a little. There's a little more of him in that Adam Strange. I think that's what he liked to draw. I have a feeling, because it's really just near perfect.
It really is. I mean, there's a reason that's probably my favorite work that he and Gardner Fox ever did.
Yeah, and doesn't isn't in a lot of it Murphy Anderson inks?
Yeah, there's a lot of Murphy Anderson in
They
there.
yeah
So
they're
it's a good combo.
it is a rib. God, does he compliment? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He's a perfect inkter for Carmine. because he comes in and he just tidies it. I don't know. It's like when I see Anderson on Swan, it's still Swan, but it's actually a little more groovy in a way
Yep.
because Superman looks a little more groovy. I,
That's
I
good.
don't know who's that. That's someone told Kurt to draw people like that, or did that come from Murphy? But it's always good. But I think he's maybe going for that. But he is definitely adding a lot of comic kind of faces to give Ben.
Yeah, like Ben's got to deal with like this one guy who's got like his thumb in his mouth, and again, it's very like yeah, cartoon. Yeah, like you said, cartoon is the best way to put all
I
this.
really hear that voice, that terror. Was it the same actor that did like the 60s FF cartoon and then the 70s or what late or early 80s one?
Ooh, that's some good voice acting questions that I don't know the answer to off the
No,
top of
because
my
he
head.
wasn't bad. Neither of
No,
them.
no, no. He had the right sort of
Yeah,
voice
but
for it.
that's what
Like,
I'm hearing in my head when I look at this comic.
yeah, it's a lot of that, and honestly, Fred Flintstone in this era for me
Yeah,
when
it
I'm reading
isn't.
it.
Yeah, watch it be the dude that did Fred Flintstone. Um, so so there's a lot of references to really old Nick Fury comics in this.
Yeah,
The Ultimate Annihilator is mine. Okay, 165. And then this general's also the guy that in Avengers Annual 6, which is very
so it's
close
like, oh,
in my
good, one
reading
issue I've
order.
read.
Yeah. That's a great annual. I love that
Hmm.
annual. That's a oh, wait a minute. The artist on the book is actually going to do the annual. Um
Oh man, folks, it's not gonna be my rec, but man, I was reading some of the Superman annuals for the Bloodlines arc, and whoo, doggy, are
it's just
some of those rough.
I can't remember one of them that wasn't just an absolute turd.
They, they
I read
all
them all, and none of them, I don't even remember them.
maybe Hitman. I think because I think that one
No,
was
I
John
have read the
McSara.
Hitman because I that's in the beginning of that Hitman omnibus, and I definitely that's not getting at it. I'm on a staycation, folks, so I'm going to be reading and editing. Uh, but, uh, but I like this. The villain is this guy. I guess he's been around, but it's the fighting is just for fun,
Yeah, this is
and
not high stakes. Like you know, the heroes are gonna win. No one's gonna die. It's nothing like that.
you even had the scene where the bad guy's surrounded by four of them. It's like, first there's Ben, then there's Ms. Marvel, Wonder Man, and then the Beast. And then Nick Fury comes and puts a gun to the back of his head.
Uh, and Ben it just picks the guy up by the scruff of the neck like he's a little kid. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
They go back, and I like it. They go back to the game. It's just like you were watching an episode of a TV show. It's really written in a feature film you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I want to give both him and Frank tell it like you're watching a caper movie, and it really
Yep.
was fun. And that's why I think I've always enjoyed it because I read it. When I reread it, it was like, okay, this is why I have a soft spot for this. This is actually 25 minutes of fun.
Exactly. This is the nice sitcom episode you need now and again because when it's all action
And,
or all drama, it's like, gee, why am I watching? Oh, okay, because these guys can have fun.
yeah, and the over the top action is in the background while they're just soliloquizing. Especially the Beast. The Beast is so well written in this.
He really is.
Yeah. I think Ms. Marvel is the confident Carol Danvers, which is a standard.
Yep. Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
a
good,
lot of the one
Carol.
we have with her is,
Wasn't it
I think, Jerry Conway.
was it Conway or was it still oh my God, the X-Men writer, Claremont.
I think the formulative, no, I'd have to look because some of it has to come from when she was in Captain Marvel. Because she
Got,
wasn't a femme fatale, she was a military officer. She could fight. She was, but I think a lot of it comes from Claremont and maybe Conway.
okay.
I mean, I would think they both wrote her. Claremont can write it. He can create. He's good with female characters.
He is.
I mean,
Yeah,
Storm
absolutely is.
is. She was bad at the beginning. It's and he's good with Jean. I think he's pretty good with women. I don't think he ever makes them the femme fatale as much as he always makes them more powerful. So, but I think, and I know Conway always wrote women well. I mean, because he, we were talking about before, Power Girl came out and empowered women, you know, page one.
Yep. I
It,
mean, her whole name is Girl Power, just rearranged. You know.
yeah, it's not that hard, but I like this. And these are all characters I like. I'm not the biggest Wonder Man fan, but I like him back here. And I like him when he was in West Coast. I think sometimes they lost their way with writing him because he should be. I liked his solo series. His solo
Hmm.
series was really good. I read every issue of that. I remember that being really good, and I like the artist, Johnson.
I don't know. I've never read it, but
Oh,
it's kind of one of those like, oh, I should probably start picking this up on the cheap.
yeah, you'd like it because it kind of it ends up bumping into Quasar somehow
Okay,
because I don't know in one of the arcs, maybe in the Galactic Operation Galactic Storm.
man.
Because that's about that time. Yeah,
Okay.
that's about the time him and Quasar both have a book.
Yep. So that'll be an interesting crossover for me to read, where I'm not going to be reading the main stuff, and it's all going to be like crossover. And I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
Oh
Whatever.
God, and the Galactic Storm it actually works pretty well. It works really well. You just have to know, who Wonder Man is. He's an actor, and this is shit's happening in LA and stuff like that. You're versed enough in it. I mean,
Yeah,
Quasar doesn't have much of a personality yet
yeah.
because
So
that's early on in his stuff. I like Quasar though. I mean, I
I,
always did. I wish, you know.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't done like an Omni of that yet, and it's like
Well, they still
it's
haven't.
It's
Just the
Grunwald.
future. Yeah, it's Grunwald. I don't get it. It's that thing. I don't get it. It's you don't. It's like this 20-year period where you're afraid to fucking reprint it.
Yep.
So, but I like this is fun, and this is what I love. I enjoy doing these single issues in the four big team up books, um, because this is a dead eye, not a dead eye. This is these used to be one and dones or two issues, the most two issues. Or I know at some point when we, in our 4 for 4, we're going to get to a point to we're going to read a Fantastic Four annual, then a Marvel 2-in-1 annual, and then a something else. They're four things that are all,
All interlinked.
it's like, Jesus, man, get me to buy all the comics. And I have that goddamn story in, I think, three separate omnibuses.
Yeah, I think I got that in at least two between the epics. Yeah.
I got it in
I have it in 2-in-1, I have it in the FF,
I
so it's
got it
like
in the FF and I've got it in, oh my God, the
Captain
Invaders.
America, maybe?
The Invaders.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the Invaders because all the stuff with the Liberty Legion and shit like that are in there too.
Uh,
So, which isn't much, dude. It's like four, it's like two,
sure.
it's like three annuals. It makes sense. It makes sense. God, I do want to do a reread of Invaders.
I'm I mean I will I have not read it. I would probably like it if I can find the omnibus for a reasonable price.
Not that terrible. You probably can
Yeah.
because
So
people like me
I'll keep
bought
an
it.
eye out.
It's fun. I mean, it's
Just
better
out of
than
curiosity.
it's real. It's very good in a lot of ways. And do you like Frank Robbins' art? You have to kind of like Frank Robbins' art, which I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
It's his cap. It's weird because he drew it when it was Sal, and Sal left, and he was replaced by Frank Robbins, and you're in the middle of a fucking story. So it's like real. It's jarring. It's jarring. And then he changes and becomes Nomad. It's like, whoa, what's going on? It's just
Oh geez, the
wild.
no okay, Nomad Yep,
Yeah, yeah. So, which isn't that long. I thought when I read it the first time, I was going, this must have been real so long. And it went, it's like 4 months. That's not that bad. um, but you had these one and dones, and this was a really good one and done. This was like, there are certain Marvel 2-in-1, having looked at, I pulled out all three Omnis, epics, I mean, to pick one. And I've got two hardcovers that butt up against it. So there's like two more epics of it, but I'm going through them and there's some really rough art in and out of some of the issues. And there's some stories that I remember. That's really good story with the art's terrible. That one is art's great. The story, I don't know what I just read. And then
Yeah.
there's the long arcs, like the one with um, Spider Woman
Mm-hmm.
and Sue and that, which is a weird one. But you get these gems, and right around this, because Marvel 2 and 150 is probably one of the best John Byrne comic books
Of
ever
all
fucking
time.
written of all time.
Yeah.
And I think the first issue, like of Thing, his Thing solo book, is very good.
Yeah, because like Ron Wilson is still not the regular. He will become the regular penciler for 2-in-1 yet. I think
Yeah,
in
and
the near
he's
future.
I when I was a kid, because I was a I was in freshman in high school when just getting in freshman in high school, or but I didn't see his art as kind of cool. So now I look back at it and goes, he just draws the thing really well. And then because I remember reading the Thing series itself
Hmm.
because it was so different, and it was like, oh shit, this actually works. Yeah, and Ron's art so much, it's like, oh, this is, I think he had
It's
better material he was giving better material to draw,
yep,
and he knew what John expected, and gave his A game, because I think that his art in the Thing series is
phenomenal.
it is it's next level for him after this, because they just gave him whatever inker was breathing
Yeah.
in the room. Um, I mean, it's like I don't think you get it, but that's what these books were so good for, was that one and done story. You could meet a new character, like who we didn't know who D.A. Towers was.
No idea. I'm just gonna do a quick Google search and see if D.A. Tower is actually a character. If he's just made. See D.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like someone in Carol's book. That's my guess. He's in Carol's book because she's a magazine writer, editor.
Lake
We-
Tower. Let's see here. An attorney who often appears in stories featuring Spider-Man and Daredevil. First appeared in Daredevil 124, created by Marv Wolfman and Bob Brown. He has apparently been in
Jesus
the
Christ. Bob
Daredevil
Brown?
TV
Wow.
show and Luke Cage. So th
So
there is
it's a Marv
more.
thing. It's a Marv thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is the last name of the guy that he created Vigilante in the DC universe? Please tell me they do not have the same last names.
Boy.
Adrian Chase. No, it's Adrian
Yeah,
Chase.
yeah, yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Good, good, good,
Okay.
good pull. Good pull.
Marv, you
Tower.
lazy bastard. You have two. You created a site. Does this guy go psycho or something?
Let's see. Tower Lane, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so just for reference, the last time again, I'm just doing Wikipedia. Like, he last appeared, like, in a trial for the Winter Soldier. So it's probably been a while since he's appeared, and
And
yeah,
Brubaker probably remembered him from I saw him obscure fucking Luke Cage comic book and put him in here, because Brubaker,
he'll do
uh,
that.
he's one of those people I read it and went, man, this was easy for you. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Was
Speaking
that
of
Cap?
Frank,
When I read the first the his Captain America, that first when the first Omni came back, I had it years ago and sold it, but I read it and went, I did not think you could possibly bring Bucky back.
he did well. He did
It
better
was like,
than
fuck, man.
Jason
Yeah, this
Todd.
makes perfect sense. I'm not insulted. I
Hmm.
don't think you're fucking it up. I want to see where you go. And it's 25, what is it, 25 years ago now? 20 years ago?
Shut up. No, shut up.
No, it can't be that much, is it?
It might be. Well, that was during that was like right before, right around Civil War, and yeah, that was about 20 years ago. So shut up, Russ.
Wow, man. It's like he's a great character now. I think a lot has to do with Brubaker and Bendis. Bendis used him in Avengers, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, he was using him. He was okay, and they used him well, and they really leaned in toward what Sebastian Stan kind of creates,
I
and
mean,
that's a
like,
good
yeah,
thing. It's a good thing. He really is I like him in the movies. I really like the Sam Wilson and him show. Their show was fine. People said it was weird. It's like, no, it was like it was a buddy movie. I got it. They don't like each other. I like them like that. I like them being, a little catty toward each other. But yeah, but I like a little Brubaker. Um, I need more in my think.
Yeah,
Who
so
did Parker? He didn't do base.
no, that was Darwin Cook. But everything Frank Miller
Yeah.
wanted to do with Sin City, Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips said, hold my beer, watch this with a criminal, with a reckless, like everything those two have done. It's like,
I'm
yeah.
I found uh, organic price books had a buy two get one free,
Hmm.
and had them all priced at like $40. So I got two. I got the second two oversized, and then the more recent one that's just not been collected in an oversized. And then I found an Ion edition of the first one.
Right, because it was that Ion or whatever before it just went to Image, where it's like, why wasn't this just at Image to begin
Yeah, I
with?
was like, who the fuck's Ion?
It
But
was like a Marvel
I
subprint or
got it for like
something.
$20.
Yeah, like no.
That's a good. I was like, I thought they're all. I think I'm gonna give it a shot because I have some True Detective. But who wrote the Parker, the complete Parker?
Oh, the actual novel. Well, I mean, it was Darwin
No,
Cook
the
writing and
graphic,
arting.
huh?
Darwin Cook wrote and drew those
Oh,
adaptations. Yeah,
I just did it blind because I've heard everybody said it and they did that complete volume. I said, good, I'll just get it all.
yeah,
I got his alter ego Batman too. There's not enough Darwin. I need more Darwin Cook in my collection.
yeah. They're sure. Yeah, I mean
Well,
that's
I
just
think
in
I've
in
got most
general.
of it. Yeah. But so where would you rate this as a Marvel? I mean, we all have favorites in the team up books. And this is one of my favorite issues of 2-in-1.
This was a lot of fun. I don't know if I would put it as one of my absolute favorites, but I enjoy talking about it a lot. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't take long to read. It's a good pickup. You're having that done in one, like we've said. There's a
Yeah.
reason that like 2-in-1, honestly, of the four, it's like, yeah, there's a reason Ben kind of makes for the best team up partner more
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah, they do because you can be a little silly with them and it's okay.
Yeah.
And they do some silly stuff that and Ron drew it. It was during that Spider Woman thing where or me and Billy covered the episode, and um, he messes up a train station, stopping a train, and they're going down to Florida to Disney World.
Oh, right. God,
God, it's
yeah.
so bad. But he's so funny. It's like watching a Saturday morning cartoon, and that's kind of what they were going for.
And that's fine.
That's a multi-age. I mean, we
Yeah.
all watched them when we were kids, and then when we're in college, waking up with a little hangover. Oh, Jesus, what's cartoons on? I mean, God, then they gave us Cartoon Network. It's on in the middle of the night when you come home drunk. I'm going to put a pizza in there and wake up with this charcoal tube. But these are great. I love them. I did it, and I really liked that. I want to do one where you enjoyed a Frank Miller issue.
Yeah, no, that's good because this probably, like I said, this is probably the only time you're gonna get me to do that.
Yeah, I think do that. We should do that Marvel one, the Karma one. He draws the FF in it very. There's a little Jack in there. It's
Okay.
but it's very frank, but there's a little Jack in there. All right, so recommendations. I'll let you go first because I got to pick one of my two.
Okay, so last night, just kind of on a bit of a whim, I watched Akira Kurosawa's Throne of Blood, and it's like, because I had never seen it before, and it took me, I'm like, oh my God, this is just a feudal Japan Macbeth. It's like almost plot point for plot point Macbeth. I'm like,
Hey,
this is really fascinating to watch, and of course, it's Toshiro Mifune, playing the lead character, so it's really well acted, and it's like, but it was just that moment of like, this is Macbeth. This is just straight up Macbeth through a Japanese lens. This is
it's the only time
fascinating.
it is probably the best Macbeth. I like that. That is my favorite play,
Hmm.
Shakespearean play. That is
Yep.
it. That's if I was, when I was in high school, thought I wanted to be an actor. That's a kind of like, yeah, that's the only one I really want to do. And it's great. And there's some good ones. Um, and we had an English teacher, and every year for his class, he would show the Roman Polanski Macbeth. And then at the end of it, where Macbeth gets his head cut off, the
Hmm.
head starts rolling, and you see the head's point of view as it rolls and stops. And then he would show it really in slow motion. So he would show this to us over 2 days, and then the last he goes, "All right, who wants to see that in slow mo?" So we saw it, and there's some good ones and there's some terrible ones. I watched the Joel Cohen's. Um,
Oh,
it's
that's actually one
beautiful.
I haven't seen yet. Is
It's
it good?
really it's good. I want to watch it because it's they're very good. And the woman who played the mother, the shitty mother in Andor,
Uh-huh.
she's the three good witches.
Okay,
She does
okay.
this weird contortionist shit, and it's fucking great. And they're perfect choices to play those two leads. And
Nice.
it's not hammy and it's not overacted and it's very theatrical, which I like. But I'm like for the most of them suck because they don't do the soliloquies as the Joel Cohen and Denzel and them, they do them as asides. They say them aloud, kind of looking toward the audience.
Gotcha.
But
Nice.
in the Polanski, it's all voiceovers, and you're just seeing the actor emote. It's like you should have let him say the words because I think it would have changed.
It would have helped.
When you're doing the certain ones that she should have died here after. There's a point to where if you're doing it right, you're gonna show the breakdown. But the Joel Cohen does a really good job. It's very I love watching Shakespeare on film, and sometimes it is to watch the car accident. It is. Let's see how. Oh, oof. No, no. I watched a David Tennant, Much Ado About Nothing, him and Catherine Tate, and I watched 5 minutes of it, and I had to stop because it was making me
Ooh,
fucking
that.
viscerally angry. It
Ooh.
wasn't. It was just everything. It was set on a cruise ship. It was fucking stupid. It really bugged me. It really bugged me. But my recommendation is I've been watching documentaries on Tubi. I've just been watching shit on Tubi because it's free and you can find some stuff. And they've actually got some good stuff on it and some like there's stuff I want to see how bad this is and going, wow, that's not bad. I've watched in the last year, I've watched the original thing, the 1950s black and white one, which is an amazing. It just has a stupid title because the thing that came from outer space or whatever. I think it's one of those really perfect 50s sci-fi horror movies. I think it's a lot. When I was a kid, I really disliked it. Now I watched it a couple times and went, "Oh, this is actually really good." Poor bastard James Arness just looks stupid, but the plot and the other characters are having a good time, and it's a good movie. But they've had a couple documentaries. I watched one called "The Life and Times and Deaths of Christopher Lee," which is excellent. It is basically it's every I he's such a sweet man. I fell in
Yep.
love with him as a human being. It's really good. And there's a marionette of him telling the story in his voice, and it's I cannot pronounce his name. The actor he's in like the Cornetto trilogy, the uh,
Oh, I know you're
Peter
Darth Maul,
Sekavrantsevi. I cannot
something
say
like
his name.
that.
Yeah, he does the voice, and it's very cool. But you get to see what a sweet man how self-effacing, how didn't think he was a great actor,
Hmm.
but very was an artist. And yes, I did a lot of bad things, but he never said what they were. So you really throughout, you're going, how fucking bad are they?
Well, spy in World War II. He saw the
Well,
white glass
yeah,
in people's
but they hinted a
eyes.
little. They've been hint. There was like this and something else we're hitting more like. And I was talking to a buddy at work about it who is in the military. Goes, I think he's like going, oh, it's reason probably assassinations. Like here, there's a name. They need to be dead by Tuesday.
There.
So that's kind of stuff. But he's such a sweet guy. And you see him and Peter Cushing, and they talk about the Looney Tunes thing that they both, and it's just he's a really sweet guy, and that he get the things that gave him joy throughout his career are like, wow, man, that's okay. He's very an interesting man. And the other one was the one I watched day before yesterday was Mike Mignola drawing monsters.
Very good.
Oh my God. Oh my
Yep.
God. I knew he was a big deal, but then when one of them says it's the only single creator multi comic book universe that it's him. It's just
Yeah.
him. Um I guess he gives people create characters for him. He gives them a taste, I hope. I'm assuming he does.
I would hope because I know Chris Roberson, was a big co-writer at a certain point, and Guy Davis was the artist for BPRD. So it's really good. One of the things I liked the most was, they Because at that point, that you show him to be kind of an ass. Like the fights you get in with Del Toro, and it's like, yeah, but that's your Hellboy. That's my Hellboy. That sort of
But
deal.
I like it where he says, he goes, well, and I realized that he was right. Because
Right.
he understands, because he kind of not fell into this, but he found the one thing that he wasn't. Because what's sad is I wanted to jump in the screen and say, dude, I loved your fucking superhero stuff. It did not suck. We all thought it was good. You had editors
Yeah.
telling you shit, and I hope Al didn't. I have a feeling Al was more his champion, which made me feel good. And
Yeah.
Al looks just like the Hembeck drawing of him, or in his, oh my God, what did I get recently that's got all of his, oh my God, it's a collection I got recently. It's got all of his like letter page stuff. Oh, it's the Marvel Fanfare.
Oh,
He was
okay.
the editor of Marvel Fanfare, and he would do stories about what's going on in the background, and someone would draw him in it in a cartoon style. I think it's him drawing himself, and he's like this terrible bald guy with a spotty beard. But it's really self-effacing, and I've always liked Al because I just think his art gets a bum rap. Because I think his West Coast Avengers is just stellar. But it's and Marvel. I got the Marvel fanfares because the stuff that's in them is some of the best stuff Marvel was doing in those years. It just it's just
I've only
these.
read a couple here and there.
They're really good. Some of them really, really fucking good.
Yeah, I know
There's
Billy's been covering some of them
there's
over on
some
his.
there's some good like horror stuff in it, and uh like Mike Golding drawing Spider-Man and Angel in the Savage Land. That's like in the first issue. Perez doing like a 4-part Black Widow comic. I forgot that part that they some of them go on for a few issues. But no one was doing stuff like that except Marvel, and it was always high quality, and it sold just enough. Because I
Nice.
remember pulling like we'd order 40 for a big in one of like when I was running a Jeppy's. And that's not bad for something like that. You got 20 subscribers, and 15 get pulled off the shelf. But you would have Paul Smith in it. You would have Charles Vess. There's a shit ton of Charles Vess doing uh, Asgard stuff, and it's beautiful. So, all right, but those two documentaries would be my recommendation. I'm looking for another one, but there's some really like flat earther shit on Tubi. Like, man, there are recesses where I'm like going, "Whoo, not going down that rabbit hole." I was
Nope.
looking for something and went, "Oh, that's not a joke. That's not a parody. You actually, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
you're
You're
putting
in that
anything
job.
on." Well, their job is, yeah, they're the guys are they're people who made it are probably paying Tubi to air it. Because it's like, dude, you believe in a flat earth, you're a fucking moron. $250, sure, yeah, we'll show it. All right. All right, folks, there's a lot of stuff going on. These are all going to get edited out of order, so I'm not going to say what's coming next. I'm on a staycation, so I'm going to record um the last the one of the last or the last couple Will Paytons, and I've already got the next jacks up, so I'm going to get those up going for the next couple months, and I want to get ahead on these. And so with this and another one that I'm finally getting to edit, with more editing, there were more edits in that Kirby than I thought. It took me 2 hours to get to the 14th minute.
Oh,
It was like,
geez.
no, it's gotten better. It's getting
Okay.
better, but it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, no, I'm gonna stop and do this later. But all this stuff's gonna be jumping around. We've got some plans for other things to do that are gonna be interesting. Um, and we're gonna do an Opal City an Opal City, what is it? Opal City
Media Club?
Media Club. Thank you. We got a good one coming. And so I gotta do some homework. I did order a
And
new copy of it. Because I have a bootleg copy of it from I've had for 25, 30 years since but I want to get a nice copy of it because they are nice. We're going to do something fun. It's
yep,
something fun. I have
it's gonna
not
be good. We've got a
Gonna be
special guest
fun.
coming.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. All right, folks. Hey, as always, thank you for listening. Be safe, be smart, please be kind to one another, and read some comics. Read some Conan.